Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your favorite E-Thought here. Just kidding. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Good, I hope. And if you are good, that is good to hear. And if you're not doing good, take note. There is some good in life, and I hope that you find it. Anyways, enough of that. I've been absent for a while, getting COVID and transferring work, but let's get right down to the video. This is the COVID edition, and we're gonna be making some chicken soup with these carrots, a few stalks of celery, three garlic cloves. You can use more if you want. I just had three. That's all I had at the house. So that's what I used. A cup of barley and a leek. What is a leek, you may be asking? A leek is just a really hella thick green onion. That's all it is. And we're going to be using the stock of it in the soup. And we need some leftover rotisserie chicken. You can use fresh chicken if you don't have rotisserie chicken. It does not have to be exclusive to rotisserie. And we also have turkey bone broth, and that's going to be the X factor, the je ne sais quoi that's going to make this soup pop. Let's get our mise en place on set, and I will teach you a little technique here. Instead of holding the knife all the way back on the handle like this, you're actually going to get more control and better chopping if you just inch your hands just a little bit closer, leaving that little bit of a gap. And you're going to see in this video that we're going to fly through the celery like there's no tomorrow. You can go ahead and start slow. Just make sure you got the right cutting technique, such as clawing it instead of putting your fingers there so you don't chop them off. And you can see better control, cleaner cuts. We're going to tear through the celery like there's no tomorrow. A good rule for celery in soup is I like to use one stalk for every person I'm feeding. So if you're making two, four, four. Also, two, you can add more, you can add less. It's completely up to you. Okay, I'm going to show you this nice little technique here to cut some carrots. As you can see, this carrot is already split down the middle, so it has my work cut out for me. But I'm going to start where the split has started at the narrowest part of the carrot and work my way down to the thickest part. And we're just going to half it. Once you half it, that's all the work right there. Now you just got to cut straight across, and you have these nice little even chunks of carrot that you don't need to worry about being too big or being sort of intolerable. Me personally, I don't like big chunks of carrot, so the smaller the pieces of carrot are, the better. It just looks nicer in presentation. Look at them, just nice, perfect little chunks of carrot for the soup. This is the kitchen helper Jax. He's always in the kitchen, more looking rather to eat than he has to help, but it's alright. I'm gonna give him a little piece of carrot anyways, just because he's a handsome little doggo. You'll see him pretty frequently in the videos, just coming around when the food is ready. As I said before, leeks are just a 3C's thick boy version of the green onion, and they're pretty dirty. Like an onion, they grow on the ground, so they're going to be getting a lot of dirt on them, as you can see here. Normally, I save the leaves to make like a homemade stock, but we're not making stock, we're making soup. So I'm going to cut the leaves off, leaving the stalk exposed, and you can see just how much dirt is in there. It's kind of nasty. Again, you can still use them. Doesn't mean that the leaves are bad. I just don't have any use for them, so I'm going to just throw them in the compost pile. And I'm going to cut the end of it off, and because dirt can get in the stock as well, we're going to run this under some warm tap water and rinse it out very thoroughly just so we don't get any dirt in our soup. The leek is clean. Now it's time to bust right through. We're going to cut straight right across, and it might throw you off at first because, like I said, it is just a really thick version of a green onion. And you can see right here, I got to peel it a little bit just because the outer layer is just a little flimsy, so go ahead and just peel it off. You might have to do it. It's no biggie. Go ahead and keep on chopping up. And the reason I like using the leek for a soup is because it gives you good onion flavor but without being too strong. So if you're cooking this and you or your family, you don't like a strong onion flavor, I still highly recommend using the leek just because it's subtle. It's not heavy, it's subtle, and it does just enough to give your soup a good flavor. We're also going to smash a garlic clove. How do you do that? It's pretty difficult, so watch closely. You take your garlic clove and you just smash it with your knife really hard, put some force into it, and the skin peels right off. Easy peasy. That was so difficult. Hardest thing this year by far, smashing garlic. We're going to be using the Instantpot because I was way too sick and I was way too tired to be using a stove, and my stove is broken, so the Instantpot is going to save the day. Okay, it's time to get the soup all nice and layered. In goes the turkey bone broth, and then you're going to put in the barley and then the chicken, or either or, whichever order. And again, you can use raw chicken if you need to, it's totally okay. In goes the veggies along with the garlic cloves. We're going to throw in just a little bit of seasoning at the end. And then another little thing that I like to do when I'm making soup is I like to add in like a low sodium chicken stock because this is obviously a chicken soup. If you don't have it, that's totally okay. Just make sure you add enough salt and pepper at the end of it. Put some water and you're still going to get a good flavor regardless. If you're using the Instantpot, make sure you don't go over that little fill line. Make sure it's only on max. Give it a little stir. Seal it up and we're ready to cook. Whether you're using raw chicken or the leftover rotisserie chicken, it's going to be the same as far as high pressure. So manual cook, high pressure, 35 minutes if you're using raw chicken, 25 minutes for the leftover rotisserie chicken. 25 minutes is probably too much for leftovers, but I just wanted to be safe and make sure that the barley was cooked all the way. Finally, after 25 minutes, and making sure that you're careful when you open up that lid because that steam will burn your fingertips. I've done it plenty of times. You have your chicken barley soup. It is all ready to go. I made this when I had COVID, and they were not lying when they said you cannot smell and cannot taste anything because I couldn't for like 2 days. And luckily, when my taste started to come back, I was like, I'm gonna make this soup because I gotta eat something. Um, and this gave me the strength. It gave me the power. It was good. It gave me everything I needed to finish my Naruto marathon. Because really, what else are you gonna do on a quarantine? It was really, really good soup. Uh, not gonna be winning any awards anytime soon, that's for sure. But like I said, you're at home and you're sick and you want to make a chicken soup, or you just want to make a chicken soup just for the hell of it. This is a good one right here. And there we go, the chicken barley soup. This was really delicious, actually. Like I said, I got my taste back just a little bit right when I started to make this soup. It's easily one of the best, like just for the hell of it, on the spur of the moment things that I've ever made. And I really hope you guys try it too, and I really hope that you all enjoy it. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you want to see me try to cook, please, you can leave a comment. I'm always down to try almost anything cooking wise. I really like to experiment, like to see what I can cook and test my culinary skills or their lack of. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.